Hello, my name is Andrew. I am in PNP4. We had the choice of making Tic-Tac-Toe or making a game called Memory, which is basically flipping cards over to match pairs. I went with Tic-Tac-Toe. So what I have here is that the grid is made out of 4 castle walls. Nothing fancy. We have our canvas, which has our 9 buttons. We have our X icon or O icon. We have some panels and other things that show text with winning or a tie. We have a new match button. Background is just a grass texture, and we have some audio here. So I'm going to go ahead and go through the script here. I did use a tutorial, which you can go to by this link. The guy has 12 videos. The first 10 will get you the basic of the game. Video 11 is how to do audio, and video 12 is how to put it on Google Play, which I'm not going to bother with. The 2 links above it are the assets I used. The Viking Shield is for O, and this Castle Supply Light came with castle walls and a couple weapons, and that's how I made the grid and the cross swords for X. So here's all the public classes, the audio sources, buttons, game objects, sprites, other stuff. Here's some of the script that keeps track of whose turn it is, what's been marked. Here's more script for that. This cat is for if there's a tie. So the video had a lot of scripting and tutorials. There were times I would pause the video and do things myself. So he did if whose turn equals 0. Just basically saying player 1 should be true. Otherwise, if it's false, go to player 2. And I paused it and made the else, which was basically just the same thing with the else statement, just swapping true and false. This checks for winners. Basically, this is the row. So if I go back to my game, the grids 0, 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So all that scripting there is it's basically how to win. So he made this one. I paused the video, made the rest. So these are all the acrosses, these are all the downs, these are the angles, but in his video, for some reason, this 2 was a 0, which means you would need, let me go back here and show you. You basically need this one right here, and that one right there to win. Well, that's not 3 in a row, so that's not how Tic-Tac-Toe works. So I changed it to a 2. He changed it later in a different video. So here's player 0 win, or player O wins, player X wins. The cat image, whose turn is for restarting the game, and that's for the audio. So now we're going to go back to the game. My ratio is 16:9. I have maximized on play. So we're going to hit the play button. And as you can see, it's here. Whenever I highlight a square, it's white for like a brief second and turns red. So you can click between who goes first. So if X wants to go first, you click the 2 swords, and there's a sound. If you click the O for the shield wants to go first. They have their own sound. So we have 2 sounds. We're going to have X go first, and we're going to try and have X win by an angle here. So we're going to place X. So it plays both sounds to signify, X and O kind of clashing against each other. So we're just going to go ahead and have X wins. So we have player X wins. And to do a new game, you just click new match, and when you do that, little fanfare plays. So we're going to have O win a game by going straight down. Player O wins, new match, same thing. And now the difficult one, because I try to get a tie and I end up messing it up. So the last one is to get a tie, which is called a cat. So let's try to get a tie here. Oh, player O still won. Alright, so when you get a tie, it says a tie has occurred. In Tic-Tac-Toe, a tie is called a cat, which I learned from the tutorial. I had no idea there was a name for a tie in Tic-Tac-Toe. I always thought it was just called a tie, but knowing that's a cat is interesting. So I put that in there because I feel a lot of people don't know that. Just add some education to this Tic-Tac-Toe game. And then that's basically it. All the directions work. New match works. Can change who goes first. Has audio. Also, whenever I click and hold, right now it's yellow. And that's because I am clicking and holding on it. So when I let go, X appears. So that's Tic-Tac-Toe. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed.